Today's video is a bit different. We're gonna walk around my property and I'm gonna show you what I've been building. I built a new bunker vault. It's kind of like a bomb shelter, but it's above ground. And we have a new video studio building, and now I'm working on an outdoor video studio for solar stuff. Now the reason I'm doing this is because I got my permits denied in a new property that I was developing last year. And even the sewage connection was gonna be $200,000 cash. And they were denying our permits for the stupidest reasons ever. And what's strange is it wasn't me doing the permits or some handyman that I hired. It was a developer that also works for the school district and does government contracts. He does everything to the code, and for some reason they kept denying it for the stupidest reasons, like storm drainage, runoff, and things that we for sure followed the law. And even though we followed the law, they would still deny the permits. I don't understand this system. It's very anti-American, and it was very frustrating, and it took a long time. So anyways, I built on my property, still got some of the stuff denied. There's still lots of work to be done, and I will never do this again. I hate real estate now. I'm never gonna deal with this. But some stuff got approved and inspected, and it took a long time, but most of it's complete. It's not all the way complete, but I wanna show you the progress because I'm going insane. This is a big reason I haven't been posting as much, because I've been dealing with all the drama of getting these stupid buildings built. So anyways, we're gonna go outside. I'm gonna show you what I've built, and yeah, let's see if you like it. So first off, we have a metal building. This is gonna be the video studio. And then behind it and attached to it is the bunker vault. Now the bunker vault is gonna be completely off-grid. It has its own solar panels and it has its own heat pumps. And currently it has one heat pump down here and then one at the very other end. Now previously this was dirt and plants, and I filled everything in with concrete. And even on the sides of the backyard in between the buildings, I filled in more concrete. And this concrete extends all the way to the front of the property, so I can store solar stuff on the sides of the buildings. And this is perfect because it gets really windy here, so this is the perfect spot to put solar panels. Now all of this is going to stay the same, and I'm going to keep these solar panels on the ground. They produce a lot of power. Maybe one day I'll make a carport and lift them all up, but for now they work great like this. Actually, I should get a carport. That would be so cool. Yeah, I'll do that in a couple weeks. That would be awesome. And the RV garage is where I make most of these videos. That's my current video studio. Now, the bunker vault is 100 feet long, so this is only about half of it or so. Now the bunker vault is pretty big. It's just a big concrete building with rebar every 6 inches. Now over here we're gonna have the vault door, and it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be like a big safe door for like a bank, and it's gonna be amazing. And then this whole concrete wall is for mounting solar power systems and making videos. Now my current video studio in the RV garage, there's only 3 spots to put inverters, and I'm only working with like 15 feet. Now we've got 100 feet. Now in order to make videos, we have to have good lighting and good audio. So for the audio, the echo is horrible in here. So on this side, it's gonna be storage for products I've already reviewed and for moving equipment. And then I'm gonna add lights to the ceiling and a bunch of studio lights right here. And then this whole wall will be easy to film and to build on. Now currently we have a 12K PV because it's EMP proof, it's waterproof, so when we were building this, I was scared of it getting leaked on, and we needed power out here. So we've been building all of this with this off-grid system. It actually produces so much power from this roof that I'm shooting it over to my house right now. Also for these heavy batteries, the 300-pound ones, I'm using an engine hoist. And this was a suggestion from a forum member, but it's a powered pallet jack, and it's incredible. Then I have my table lifts for mounting inverters, air compressors for load testing, and then we have the scissor lift and a bunch of other stuff in the background. That is products that I already reviewed, and I'm gonna donate all of that stuff to the forum members. Now we can go into the bunker vault. Now this thing is crazy. It's 100 feet long, and I have no idea how we got this approved, but we couldn't get the metal building approved. Now every step of building this thing required inspections, and it was a long process. This thing is ridiculously strong. The roof is really thick concrete. I forgot how much it weighs. It's like over 100,000 pounds or something. And the rebar from the ground goes up through the walls and then wraps around the top. Now the reason I built this, it was supposed to be a gun range, but that was not legal, and if someone reported me, I'd be screwed. Now the original plan was AR-500 on the walls and the roof, and then I was gonna have a moving target and a whole bunch of cool stuff. But then I learned about lead vapor. The air filtration systems for an indoor gun range cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if a neighbor reported me and I got a search warrant, I could go to jail for like 20 years. There's a gun range 4 minutes from my house, and I go there every other day. So I was like, why even do this? So I thought I'll turn it into a bunker vault for the videos. We can build anything in here, and it's non-combustible. We can do any type of electrical thing that we want in here without worry. And it's huge. Like, look at this. This is unlimited wall space for building solar power systems or anything. I could leave systems up permanently and not have to take them down like in my current video studio. That thing is so small and constrained that I have to take everything down and rebuild it every time I make a video. Now, because it's above ground, it's not really a bomb shelter, but I could call it a fallout shelter. If Vegas were to get bombed, I could easily live in here, and I could grow my own food. I can have a water tank on the roof, and everything can be off-grid. So these walls, I could add plants. I could actually grow food on these walls. Now, these walls are bricks, rebar, and concrete, and then we put Ecoflow on top of that. And it has a really smooth finish, and it's really nice, and it's super strong. So you can mount whatever you want to this wall very easily. Also, the lighting's gonna be done on Monday, and it's gonna go along the whole roof, and it's gonna look insane. And then down here, I wanna put a big mirror, so it looks like an endless tunnel. And last week, I installed that mini split. This property now has 10 mini splits, 11 mini splits now. And when I work with concrete now, I use a respirator, sealed goggles, and I use this. This is a HEPA filter, but for industrial use. And this thing's gonna be done in the next 2 weeks. So I can't wait to show you. We can start building in here. I really want an indoor farm. That would be so cool. Imagine a whole wall with vegetables in here. It'd be amazing. Now, I've always wanted to start a firearms channel, but I can't. The community guidelines on YouTube are awful. So I might start one on Rumble or some other platform, because I spend a lot of time working and building and training with firearms. And most of the gun content is so biased, and honestly, I think it's garbage. Most of the influencers become political, and they don't really have a good opinion on the guns. Like, I'll hear what they tell me, and then I go out and train with the gun, and I'm like, these guys have no idea what they're talking about. But I am scared that I'm gonna get this channel screwed over if I start making gun content, so I haven't. I've refrained from it. Now, this slab was supposed to be a metal building, but I could never get a permit for it. So what we're doing instead is building a bunch of walls around it so I can have an outdoor video studio. For example, if I want to do a ground mount array, I can just build it right here on the concrete, and I can put the camera at any angle I want. And this wall needs to be supported, and then we're gonna put a wall right here as well. And this will be the outdoor video studio. I could put a carport, I could put an electric vehicle, we could do ground mounts, we can do anything we want out here. And then we have my golf carts, which have lithium batteries and go 60 miles on a charge. And this heat pump, this thing's been running for like, I think 2 years now, but it's heating up my house right now with solar power. And this little battery is still going strong. It survived another summer. And this is a south-facing wall. So this thing is getting bombarded by heat all summer long. And it still works. It works fine. Now, this golf cart has the epoch batteries, but I don't like it that much. The accelerator pedal and the suspension, it's not as fun as my other golf carts. But it's good for testing batteries. It's a pretty fast golf cart as well. Now, I painted the EP Cube white. I'll tell you why in another video. Actually, I'll tell you why right now. I had an over temperature on the first day of summer, and then ever since then, I haven't had a single issue. I painted it white, and that solved the problem. But EP Cube told me not to mount it on this wall because it has direct sunlight for most of the afternoon. But the whole point of this channel is to test stuff. So I was like, we'll mount it there anyways and see what happens and see if I can fix it. And originally I was gonna make a small shade for the batteries, but yeah, this fixed the problem, so I'm just gonna leave it. Also painted the gateway because this thing was getting super hot too. And the Tesla system I have that's 16.3 kilowatts, it's been running flawlessly. And it's connected to the gateway of the EP Cube. So it actually charges those batteries, even though these are grid tie inverters, which is pretty cool. Now this car is on the lift because I'm not allowed to drive it. I have a lemon lawsuit right now with General Motors, and I have to pay a litigation attorney. It's not a settlement, it's an actual lawsuit. Because this car keeps breaking down. It's a piece of garbage. It has a new transmission, a new engine, and endless electronic problems. This thing has broken down so many times, it's insane. It's had a tow truck like 4 times now, and I even had the brakes fail on the highway with this thing. Just the biggest piece of garbage I've ever bought. But hopefully that lawsuit will be done. Do not buy from Chevy or General Motors. Anything American made is complete and utter garbage. They have third-party software, these stupid control modules that fail, and it's badly designed. It's planned obsolescence for all of these, just complete garbage. But I love my Teslas. The Teslas have been fantastic. That's the only made in America car that I actually like. And this is my Catio. So I have 2 cats and they can go outside without being eaten by a coyote. And they love this thing. They come out here like every 20 minutes just to check on things, smell the air, and then they go back inside. It's so cute. Now I'm calling it the bunker vault because we can call it the BV. And we can say that the BV is powered by PV, photovoltaic, for the off-grid solar stuff. How cool is that? Also ignore those wires coming from the roof. I'm gonna redo that. Or maybe not. This system, I'm gonna modify it a little bit, but it's very good for testing batteries. We can put any 48-volt battery we want below it, connect it to the 12K PV with that bus bar, turn off the other batteries, and then we can load test it with 240-volt loads over here. And there is tons of solar on this roof with Integra racks, which is awesome. The solar panels go all the way up to here, actually. It's a massive array, and it produces a lot every single day. Now, this shop is a bit messy. I connected some extra Power Pro batteries over here. We've got the Ecoflow Delta Pro Ultra, and that's cycling every single day right now. We have golf cart batteries, we have ePodge batteries, eco-worthy batteries, and we have a stack of batteries that I still need to make videos on over there. We still haven't even reviewed cranking batteries, so I need to cover this as well. And this wall used to have the 6000 XP, and then we had the 12K PV, and now it's completely empty. So I'm not sure what I'll do here next, but it's still a good spot for filming. It has really good acoustic properties in here. And then over here we have the load test station, the mini split, and then all of the hardware and the cables for the videos. This is my thinking chair when I'm frustrated for making videos. This is like EV charging equipment, extension cables, and then other random stuff. It is a bit messy, but once I have the new video studio, I can take a lot of this stuff out and put it into that one, and it's gonna look really nice. Now this car probably needs a new engine, so that's gonna be a project for another day. I really need to focus on cranking out these videos for the next couple months. But I did get a new car that's my dream car, and I have to show you. So as you guys know, my GT4 is my favorite car ever. So I got an RS Spider. This thing has a GT3 Cup motor, and it has the new upgraded suspension that's in the GT3 RS, and all sorts of other crazy stuff. This car is insane. And these are the only cars I want. I've driven pretty much everything on track, and my Porsches never break down like the other ones, especially the American-made cars. Those things break down all the time. And I ordered a titanium exhaust for the RS Spider. It's gonna be nuts. But yeah, this is like the best cars you can possibly get. Even the 911, it's compromised. They put the engine in the back. These are mid-engine, they're balanced, they handle better, they feel better, they're more predictable, they're a better car. But people don't understand that yet. I wish I could do a car channel, but whenever I mention cars, I get downvotes, especially EVs. People get all political, especially with what I have to say about American manufacturing. If you're objective today, people get mad at you. It's so ridiculous. But I'm sure I can find things to hate about these as well. But I feel like the guys on YouTube, they're just so biased. They have so many brand deals, and they say whatever the manufacturer wants to say. Like I'm doing a deal with Jackery right now, and they sent me a contract, and it had all these terms and conditions. I was like, I don't do that. I don't do sponsorships. I don't do brand deals. I have a video feed, and that's it. If I can find something wrong with the product, the whole point of my channel is sharing that information. Anyways, I wish I could do the same about cars, but people get really weird about cars, so I'm not even gonna touch that. We're gonna stick with solar. You know, in a previous personal update video like this, where I walk around my house and I talk about random stuff, I said that I switched to wool and cotton, and I'm still doing that. Everything in my closet is wool, and then I have some cotton shorts, and that's it. Also, I've been living off of venison, bison, and elk. And it's cheaper, it's leaner, it's healthier, it's pasture raised, all of them are grass fed. I'm starting to build some muscle, but right now I look kind of fat. I don't understand it. Arms are getting bigger and I'm gaining a lot of muscle, but my face looks kind of puffy and chubby right now. But I feel really good good. I've been working out like every single day. So I don't know, I think I probably have to cut down a little bit, but I've been doing this for a few years now. If you guys know, I had a bunch of shoulder surgeries and it took 3 years just to do a single pull-up again. It took a long time. But now I can lift these 300-pound batteries, I can deadlift them, and now I can do weighted pull-ups and all sorts of other things. I'm getting really strong. But I don't like how my face looks, especially on camera. I just look pudgy right now. Also getting really fast with holster draws for pistol training, and I can shoot anything now with rifles, like long range. I have some precision rifles now, bolt action. Favorite thing in the whole wide world. Those guns are like lasers. Like wherever you need to put that bullet, you can put it right there on target. It's incredible. And that's pretty much it for this video. I don't want to say too much and get into trouble or bore you guys. So yeah, I will see you in the next update video. I have lots of solar videos for this whole month planned, so it's gonna be pretty busy. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.